Money. Universities deal with it and how to allocate it between athletics and academics every day. While the top programs have the ability to bring in millions of dollars every year through athletics, academics are ultimately the goal of all higher education institutions. So what do they do with that? We went ahead and interviewed Dave Gruby, a former Division I athlete at the University of Southern Alabama and now the athletic director at Cornerstone University, which recently built a brand new $5 million baseball stadium.
Well, what I think is appropriate is what works for every institution, the mission of the institution, the values of the institution, what they're using athletics for. I mean, I think that anything that an institution does in investing finances into a particular area helps the institution overall. Whether it's music, athletics, whether it's in the sciences, whatever it is, there's always going to be a direct correlation that the more money that is put into something, the outcome it should be there. The better chance for success because you've got the resources to do what you need to do.
Students are also an important voice on this topic as it's a lot of their money that goes towards athletics and academics. We got the opportunity to talk to some students at Cornerstone University and see what they had to say.
A lot of people think athletics will take the forefront of the school, but if you look at schools like Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State, Stanford, they have great athletic programs. But on top of it, most of those schools reach the top 10 in some sort of study, whether Michigan is like law or business, Michigan State is agricultural, Stanford, law, business.
I feel like percentages of the money from donors and whatever money that they bring to the school needs to be given back to academics because then again, not everybody's going to be a pro athlete. So you need to continue to build up the schools and continue to build up the academic program.
I think colleges put the right amount of money into athletics because it brings in a wide variety of students to the university.
It's very unevenly balanced because a lot of it does go towards athletics, more of it goes towards athletics than does academics, but at the same time athletes deserve that money because they do bring attention to the school and their schedules are a lot harder between practice and games, so it's fair, but at the same time we come to graduate and get a degree in something and not sports, so I think a little more money should go towards academics.
We had the opportunity to talk to Coach Pete Millar, who is the assistant baseball coach at Cornerstone University. Coach Millar has a master's degree in sports management from Indiana State University.
We talk about sort of the big-time college athletics, sort of like the Power 5 conferences, with operating budgets of upwards of 70, 80 million, sometimes 110, 120 million. I think if you are one of those schools, that you should not have subsidies from the student body. Building that on-campus field, entire coaching staff, grad assistants, etc. Once that whole cost is taken into account, it still generates about $1.5 to $1.75 million annually for the university, just in more students and the tuition that would come from that. So I actually think in some circumstances you'd actually help bring in more money for education for the institution by spending more on athletics.
While some donations come to universities and colleges with a specific purpose for athletic or academic projects, a lot of these funds have to be evaluated on a case-by-case basis, and those who have to make those decisions are not in an enviable position. From Cornerstone University, I'm Nate Vanderwall.